That looks pretty good. Pretty good for an informal chat. Whew, it's been a hot minute. Let's go over the last 12 months. So the last 12 months, obviously, COVID was COVID, and still is, still is in Victoria and Australia. The business has been okay. We've been managing our resources really well. And I'm pleased to say that I'm still here. I've been able to add more to the space. We even moved into a bigger place so that we could get a bigger space. So that was a great decision, not just as a professional decision, but also a personal decision. And the business has grown as well over the last 12 months, despite the challenges of COVID, but we're still here. And I was thinking about it over the weekend after I had some wonderful conversations with some friends of mine. Big shout out to John Donovan, who's a member of Fire Rescue Victoria, stationed in Mornington. And I went out there on Friday? Wow, time flies. I went out there on Friday, had a great chat with him, met some of the guys at the station, and we got into talking about what makes a great candidate for Fire Rescue Victoria selection. Because I'm not thinking about it, I am. I've thrown my hat into the ring again. I did it again. I did it in 2019, missed out, and then I'm trying again this year because the more I thought about it, I love my business and I'm going to continue to grow it. And I love what I do as a job, as a coach and as a clinician, as a therapist. And I'll never stop doing those things. But what I want more than anything is to chase an exceptional career. And I can't think of a more exceptional career, in my opinion, than a professional career firefighter. So I want to chase that. I really want to go all in on that. And as I contemplated that over the weekend, this word kept coming to me, exceptional, which is, by definition, a quality so rare because it's unusual. And I really loved it. I resonated with it highly. And so starting yesterday, I spent the day thinking to myself, what would an exceptional person look like? What would an exceptional version of myself look like? And it was hard to come up with because, obviously the answers that I came to were, well, it'd be someone that takes their training a lot more seriously, their diet a lot more seriously, their lifestyle a lot more seriously. But those are really vague answers. And so the more I thought about it, the more I realized that the vague answers were kind of excuses. Excuses that were hidden behind, well, I don't do this, therefore I must do more of this. But that doesn't, that gives you some ideas, but it's not really a process. So this morning, I thought to myself, let's try something for a week. And I invite you as well to try this for a week with me. Every time I get a lull in my day, I'm just going to think to myself, what would an exceptional person do right now? I'm going to give myself 30 seconds or less to come up with something to do that is exceptional and is going to drive me towards better pruning the bonsai tree that is my life, whether that's personal or professional. But the goal is not to get bogged down in thinking too much about the process. It's just to think, hey, you know what, I really want to do some of this right now because it's going to drive this, which is going to drive this, therefore I'm going to do it right now. I'm not going to set a time limit for how long I spend on it. I'm just going to do that for the next week. And then I'll reassess this at the end of the week and see if there's a way that I can improve upon this little game. But that's the plan for the next 7 days. Every time I get a little lull. This video is part of that. I haven't been putting up much content. I haven't felt inspired to put up much content. In a way, that's a trap in and of itself. You shouldn't feel, you shouldn't be doing something only because you feel like doing it, you know. It certainly helps, but the business, the brand principles of performance is underpinned by great principles that I would love to share with everybody, not just people that watch this video, but people that come into the garage of Gains, and they come and they train and they want to get better. You know, I create an environment where people can come and make mistakes safely. They can have fun, and they can make fun of themselves and develop the self, not just physically but psychologically as well. And if I don't feel like doing that, then this whole thing shuts down. Luckily for me, there are principles in place that support the business and the environment when I'm not at my best. So that's strong evidence to suggest that I should be just doing stuff like this regardless if I feel like it or not. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend the next 7 days and I'm going to chase exceptionalism. I'm going to think to myself when there's a lull, what would an exceptional person do right now? And I'm going to just do it, and we'll see what happens. I expect to be recording a lot more videos across the week, but again, I don't know if that's going to happen because I'm not forward thinking the week yet. I'm just sitting in the moment, and I'm going to be rapid firing that process driven rather than outcome driven version of myself. So let's see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening to me ramble on. I would love for you to play along with me. And I'd love to hear about your last 12 months as well. A big win and a big loss. Chuck it in the comments. Yeah, let's get vulnerable, let's get honest, and let's get at it. Let's chase exceptionalism. See ya.